What's up, everyone? It's Adrian from Adrian's Awesome Accumulation, and today I have an action figure review for you guys. Yep, you heard that right. This is not a model kit. This is actually a action figure. So I used to collect action figures back in the day, but I kind of stopped. And I recently caught the bug again. So we'll see how this works out. So let's get started with the box. All right, so here we have the box. It's nice and small. As you guys can see, it's not very big. So this is Katherine from Serene Hound, and this is the deluxe version. And to be honest, I probably would have got the standard version, but it was not available. The deluxe version was the only thing that was available, so I just got it, and it was on sale, so I picked it up. All right, so what do we got here? We got some logo from the company. Got the Serene Hound up here. We got the cool illustration of the character right there, which she looks kind of like mean, right? Right there, she looks kind of nice, but right here she has like a kind of like serious face, but looks cool. And then on the side here, we just have a warning stuff. On this side, we have pocket collection. Put the action figure in your pocket. I mean, she is pretty small, but she is 1/12 scale, so like I guess like standard. But I guess for like an anime type of looking, it is kind of smaller. On the bottom here, we have this cool logo of Serene Hound, and on the top, we have Serene Hound with the Chinese or Japanese logo right there, and the back, nothing. All right, so there's the box. Let's get the figure here, and let's take a closer look. All right, so here we can see the face, and the face is like really great on this action figure. I mean, just look at the glossiness in her eyes. That's pretty cool, and then around her lips. I mean, they did a fantastic job with the face right here. So I guess that paint, you got the little mole right there under her eye. Yeah, just came out good. The hair sculpt came out great. You have those little hair clips right there, painted. Everything looks nice. And then this is the first action figure I have that has like kind of like this fabric material for the clothing, which is called soft goods. I just learned that recently. So yeah, so like any action figure that has like material clothing, it's called soft goods. But yeah, it's the first action figure I actually have that's come with that. So let's see how that came out. So here you can see her straps right here for like, I guess like harness for like keeping her weapons and stuff. And the sculpt work came out good. You can see like the little like details right there, the straps and stuff right here. Like the like harnesses and buckles to like like keep it around her waist and stuff. And then this, I think it's actually like couple, you can like take this off and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that because it's like a pain to take out. It's like really hard, but like it is functional, so that's pretty cool. Now the back here, yeah, see all the detail stuff right here on this is actually plastic, so yeah, the detail right there came out good. But like the actual like shirt itself, I mean, it looks nice. It's like this like kind of like off-white kind of like beige kind of color thing. We got that Serene Hound logo right there. Got these buttons, and I think these buttons actually kind of like actually work. I'm not sure, but I think so because like there's she comes with the jacket, and that has a functional zipper, so that's pretty crazy. So yeah, this is the skirt. Came out pretty good. You got some, yeah, it's look like it's stuck on by like Velcro right there, so you can take it off. So that's pretty neat. And then for her arms right here, she has like these kind of like sleeves right there. It's like kind of this soft fabric, and I thought this was gonna like probably like rip, like actually bending like her arm and stuff, but like it's actually like it doesn't rip or tear or anything like that. So it's pretty good. That's what I thought. That was my fear. I was like, oh, this stuff's gonna rip, but it actually works pretty fine. I've posed it like in a couple of ways already, and it hasn't ripped or teared or anything like that. So there's that. And then I guess the same fabric right here for her legs and stuff. And yeah, it works great. So here we have her boots. You can see the details right here. Came out nice. You got the paint for her little like her laces and stuff right there. So everything came out good. So let's see the articulation for the head. The head moves, all the way around and stuff. You could get the head looking up that hind, which is not a lot because it's hindered by the back of her hair right there. But you can get her looking down. I guess like it's decent. It's not the greatest, but it's pretty decent. But like she can move around like that, and then she could like swivel her head, so that's good. So her arms do come up to a T pose. It's actually popped off right there. Okay, there, I put it back on. But yeah, so T pose, or kind of, but like it is kind of hindered because of this, but like, I mean, yeah, it just popped off again. So there's that. So this one kind of pops off, so be careful with that. But like surprisingly, you could get it moving pretty high. So there's that without the joint popping off right there and stuff. So pretty good range. You know, it hinders it like once up here, it's kind of hindered. So like it won't be able to go farther back than that. But yeah, but you got, I believe it's a single bend at her elbows right there. We got movements at the wrist, which is like, you know, like basic stuff right there. And then ab crunch right there. She can move, look down that far, go back like that. Not much. She does move. She can tilt. And then her legs. Got good mobility at the waist right there. And then the legs, I believe, are a single bend or might be a double joint. I'm not sure, but you can bend that far back. She kicks that far forward, so pretty good, decent range. Kicking forward, back, not that much. See if she can do the splits. Yep, she can do the splits pretty good. So there's that. So, you know, pretty good mobility. But I mean, it is going to be hindered by the fabric clothing or the soft goods. So just keep that in mind. But other than that, you know, she looks pretty good and she poses pretty good. As I said, I posed it before and I got some pretty decent photos, you know, some pretty good, decent looks. So there's the figure right there, and stick with me and I'll show you her accessories. All right, you guys, here we have the accessories, and let's start off with this jacket. All right, so this is exclusive to the deluxe edition right here. This is basically the extra item it comes with. If you get the standard edition, you won't get this, but the deluxe edition gets it. So let's take a look at this soft good jacket. All right, so here we have the jacket. Looks pretty nice. You know, it's this like cool army green color. You got this orange right here, this orange patch with I believe it's the Serene Hound logo that she has on her like pocket chest area right here. And then you got these cool little straps and stuff. And this is functional, like I said, with like this clip. This clip, it was clipped on. I had to take it off, man. That was a pain. It was a pain to take off because the little like the little, you know, the things where you like take it off, like, man, it's so small, so it was really hard to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it open from now on. But yeah, so here we got the hoodie, and you can see you get this like this fur lining around the hoodie, which looks cool. So you know, that's pretty nice. And again, yeah, the straps look good, sleeves look good. You turn around back right here, we got all this craziness right here with these straps going into like these like little like little buckle things that, you know, like straps you like tighten, fasten, and stuff like that. And then, like I said, there's the zipper, and the zipper is functional. Let's see, I'll show you. Just put this in like so, and then yeah, there we go. And then yeah, so functioning zipper, that's cool. Never seen that before. That's pretty crazy. You know, for all this like detail for like this action figure, you know, like actual like workable clothing. So that's pretty cool. I mean, getting it on is a hassle, at least for me. You know, like I said, this is the first time I've got like an action figure with soft goods. Maybe if you get like action figures with like soft goods and stuff, you're probably like used to like putting these clothes on and stuff like that. But for me, it was a pain. So I kind of just put it on her head, the hoodie around her head, and just have her wearing it like that with like wind blowing in the background. So she's like, it's like this for me. But like, yeah, so there's the jacket. The jacket looks cool. And then let's take a look at her gun. Here we have the gun, and it's like this cool like desert sand kind of color. So that's pretty nice. You got the black right there for the scope, and then this little like piece that bends forward so like she can grab it and stuff right there. And then the actual like the bullet comes out is black and stuff like that. So we got the stock right there. That's pretty neat. And then we got like this is where the casings go in, or her magazines, and she's cut a couple of those. So let's take a look at those real fast. Here we got like two, you know, like big size magazines right here. And the cool thing is like the bullets are painted up on the top, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, we got two of these, and then we got actual two smaller magazine clips right here. And the bullets on these are also painted, so that's pretty neat. And then you could just put these, slot these in right here. This is the smaller one, so that's how that'll look. Well, that looks pretty cool. And then the bigger one right here goes in like so. Yeah, and there's that. And then it also comes with like this little scope right here, so that's pretty neat. And this just plugs in right here. I wonder if it's like, yeah, or like this. It's hard to see on the camera, but yeah. So that plugs in right there. And then she actually does have a suppressor, and that just goes in like so. Boom, and then she got her suppressor silencer right there. So that looks pretty neat. And then you have it all like built up right there. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool gun accessory right there. And then of course she comes with her hands. She comes with two fist hands. That looks pretty great. And then two like grabbing hands. These are not the trigger finger hands, but they're like grabbing hands. So like if you have an extra like melee weapon like hanging around, you can give her that, and this will probably grab that. I haven't tried it myself, but I probably will. And yeah, so there's the grabbing hands, and then she comes with two trigger fingers. I have one on her, but there's the trigger finger hand, her left one, and then her, you know, right open palm hand, which I have one on her also. So yeah, two of these. So that's pretty much her accessories. Not a lot, but you know, pretty basic. So there's that. There's not a lot of accessories, but I'm mainly got this action figure because the way she looks. All right, you guys. That's pretty much it for the accessories, and I'll show you some poses. Pose 1: stand and salute. Pose 2: weapons check. Pose 3: suppressing fire. Pose 4: hand-to-hand combat. Pose 5: pumped up. All right, really quick, you guys, before I forget, the knee pads right here, and then her little thigh pads right here and here are also accessories that I forgot to mention. They come in the box, but they come off of her, so you can put those on if you wish to or not. But yeah, I forgot to mention those accessories. So yeah. So there's the Serene Hound Katherine done and complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. God bless and bye.